Hi, welcome back for day 5. I am excited to be on this journey with you, and I hope that you did the work and journaling yesterday. And if so, you might have found how different or similar your beliefs can be with another person. And each area is going to be different, one way or another. So you might have that realization, wow, I can't quite trust this person as much as I thought, which is good. But I don't want you to go to one extreme thinking, wow, I can't trust them, so I'm not going to trust them, and I'm only going to trust myself. I want you to find some balance. So the only being I want you to trust 100% in is our Creator, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And after that, again, challenge your beliefs with other people's. See what you want to maybe pick up and what you don't, what you want to get rid of, and challenge it with yourself to find out again who you are at your core, your soul, your authentic self. It's so hard after all these years and all these experiences and these beliefs thrown at you. You just all of a sudden started taking one and then taking another, and you didn't even realize it. This is the time to go back and shed what doesn't fit you and take in what does. Okay, for today we are going to start lying down on our mat. Go ahead, get there nice and slow. And then you're going to take your right leg down and start to draw a line with the heel, nice and long. If this is too much and it hurts your back, it's okay to leave the leg bent. But otherwise, if you're able to, go ahead and straighten it out. From here, you're going to clasp your hands behind that thigh, flexing both feet here. Go ahead and start to straighten out that left one. And see how far you can go before you start feeling a stretch, whether it's here, if it's in the back of the knee. I don't ever want you to feel it there. You're going to push into the arms. The arm's going to push back. Little opposition here while you're stretching. With your exhale, pull the knee into the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee into the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Still creating that opposition. The legs pulling away while your arms are pulling forward. One more time. Inhale, God. Exhaling you. Good. Inhale, come up one more time. And this time, see if you can start to bring it up a little bit more, just behind the knee, maybe the calf area, and start to bring the knee into the chest. If it gets too tight, again, go where it feels good. Maybe you want to bend the knee a little bit more, straighten it, just play around with it. Again, the focus is going to be on the hamstrings. So if you're feeling it in a different area, you might be trying to get out of the hamstrings. And slowly bring the knee back into the chest, letting the foot go to the ground. Inhale, right leg comes up. Bringing it into the chest. Again, you can always stay here with the left leg, or if it feels all right, you can start to straighten it out. Good. When you're ready, take the hands, interlace them behind the thigh. Inhale, reaching up with the flexed foot, the heels leading the way. Create that opposition, that pull. Your arms are pulling the leg, but the leg's pushing away. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, straighten the leg up. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale up, relaxing through the face and the jaw. Try not to carry any tension there. When you're ready, bring God into the breath with awareness. Inhale Him. Exhaling you. One last time. Good. Inhale. Open up the leg. Maybe, again, go behind the knee, or it can come up a little bit more. Just notice that you never want to feel it behind the knee. If that's the area where you're feeling it versus the hamstring, just come and hold underneath the hamstring again and try to straighten out this way. Breathe one more full breath. And slowly bring the knee into the chest. Rock it out a little bit. And then go ahead, inhale, lift the other one on up. Cross at the ankles. Bring the knees out. Just sway it left and right. Give a nice back massage. From here, slow and controlled, as long as you don't have any back issues again. Rock it on up. Go nice and slow, kind of like vertebrae by vertebrae. You're not using momentum of your legs, but rather the pull of the knees and the arms. And come on up. And this time, we're going into seated pike position. So with this, keep your ankles together. Knees and hips are all in alignment. Inhale, lift the arms up. With your exhale, you're going to bring the arms down by the knees first, trying to keep this nice long back. See if you're already hunching over because your hamstrings might be tight. So your tailbone, you're allowing it to come out. Doing the opposite, where you're not arching, you might want to release the hamstrings a little bit by bending the knees if that's an issue. And now think of the chest coming forward. Staying up here. Maybe you want to start to straighten one and then the other. Kind of just doing what feels good for you. Maybe moving with your breath. Exhale down. Inhale up. Going slow. You can start to straighten them both if it's okay. Holding on to the calves. Trying to keep that chest, or rather the low belly, into the thighs. Never creating a gap, because then you know you're rounding. And start to reach it on up. One more full breath. Inhale, kind of coming up. Good. You're going to take the left ankle in and reach the right one out. Flexing again through the foot and feeling tight or activation in the leg. Think of the kneecap coming up. Inhale, come up with arms. With your exhale, come on down. Same thing, just start at the knee first, keeping your chest up rather than arching through the back. And then think of the belly, low belly coming down first. If this is impossible, bend the leg again. It's okay. Go where it feels good. You can stay upright if it feels good, or if your belly again touches the thigh, then fold into it. Soften through the face. Inhale, breathing in God. Exhaling you. Inhale, come up with the chest. Resetting the spine. Exhale, fold over one more time. Staying here for one more breath. And then inhale, slowly start to rise on up. See if you can switch the legs without helping with the hands first. And then if need to, you can readjust. And from here, set the leg nice active, flexing the foot. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, come on down. Again, thinking nice, long spine first, melting the belly first, leading with the chest up. If this is too much, same thing, bend the knee. It's okay. You never want to feel the pain behind the knee. If your low belly hits the thigh, go ahead and fold into it. Breathing in God. Exhaling you. With your next inhale, just realign the spine. Come up with the chest. Exhale, fold into it. Stay for one more breath. And then inhale, slowly start to make your way on up. Good. You can bring the feet together and cross at the ankles. You're just going to transition here into a tabletop. Wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Go ahead, straighten out the right leg, and just get the heel up and send it back. You're going to feel maybe a nice calf stretch. If your hamstrings are tight, you might feel it in the hamstring area too. And then you can go rock it forward and backwards. Still pushing away with the arms. Engage the core. And when you're ready, go ahead, bend that right leg and do that same thing with the left one. Keeping the heel up, send the heel back. It's going to rock your body back, and then push it forward. Still engaging the core, pushing away with arms. One more. And then go ahead, put your knees down. Curl both feet underneath. We're going to go into our first downward dog here. Pick up the hips, setting the low belly on top of the thighs. When you do that, you're really setting up your upper body first. Lengthen through the spine. And then pedal or straighten one leg out. Again, your hamstring might be tight. You don't have to go straight with the leg. Just going where it feels good. And then go ahead, bend it, and do the other one. And go switch it as much as you like. Maybe it feels already stretched and you want to do both of them. And whatever feels good. And then from here, slowly come onto the tippy toes and tiptoe your way forward. Try not to bend at the knees until you have to. We're going to come into our first forward fold, standing here. Bend again the knees as generous as you need to. It's all about loving our hamstrings today to release any back pain. You can rock it side to side. If your hands don't touch the mat, you can do ragdoll arms if it feels good. Just let the head and the spine kind of relax to gravity. If your hands do touch the mat, you can put the hands underneath the feet and kind of peel up and straighten through the legs. And then from here, slowly, how slow can you go? Feeling out the spine today. Make your way up vertebrae by vertebrae. All the way up to the top. When you get to the top, open up the shoulders. Good. Inhale, high prayer, arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the legs if you need to yet. Inhale, half lift, straighten through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees and come all the way up. High prayer. Exhale, back to the beginning. Now, a lot of times we just go into the folds and we don't realize that we can damage our tendons, the place where it attaches the muscle to the bone. So if we just hang in our tendons and don't have any activation, you can create little micro tears. Anytime you go into a forward fold, especially an extreme one, you're going to want to activate the muscles right by the sit bones. Your sit bones are, when you ever sit down, you have these bony little areas right in your butt. So to activate them, to feel what it would feel like to activate them, we're going to inhale, arms are going to come up. Exhale, we're going to sweep the arms down, bending the knees, and come up with a chest into our first chair pose. From here, exhale, hands are going to come down right at the knees. You're going to push in to the knees and feel that you want to sit down when doing that. That activates. Hopefully right here you feel it. If you're not sure, and you can go a little bit further, you can go into your elbows. This helps a little bit more. Because if you stand up, you're not going to feel it as much. Your hips might be coming up. Rather, if you sit down, think of the knees again, pushing into your elbows. It activates the hamstrings a little bit. And you'll feel it hopefully right by those sit bones. So keeping those sit bones active, open up through the chest. Still activate the sit bones while you go into a forward fold. See how much different that feels. So again, you're shortening up this area right here. You might not go as deep into the stretch, which is the point, because you're protecting some of those muscles by the tendons. Keep them activated. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Still activate those sit bones. If you're not sure, again, bend the knees. Go into pushing the knees into the elbows. Activate the sit bones. And then go into that forward fold one more time. Slow and controlled. Inhale to come up. Sit bones are still grounding down, reaching to the heels. Exhale, back to the heart center. Good. We're going to try a wide-legged forward fold like that. So have your legs about, I don't know, however comfortable they are. You're going to want your feet parallel to one another. To get the legs active, you're going to think of the kneecaps coming up. So that activates the front line of your legs. The sit bones now, that area, hopefully you know how to turn them on. You're going to think of them sunning down to your heels. That activates the back line of the legs. Keep the legs active. You can bend them a little bit while you open up the chest with the inhale. With your exhale, you're going to hinge at the hips, still activating those sit bones and the quads. Start to send the hands down. Just enough where the wrists are underneath the shoulders. Start to straighten through the legs, thinking about the sit bones going up high, engaged. Inhale, half lift with the chest. Exhale, start to fold forward. Active legs, but your torso and everything can go to gravity. Walking the hands between the feet if you're able to. One more full breath. And then inhale, start to walk the hands back up. Half lift with the chest. Stay here with the torso. Hands come to the hips with exhale. Inhale, pull yourself up with those sit bones engaged yet. Chest leading the way. Good. Go ahead. We're going to go back to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Engaging those sit bones while you do it. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time with the forward fold, you're going to go ahead and bend. Let's do the right leg first. Bend the right leg. The left one's going to start to straighten. Again, engage that sit bone. With the right hand, you're going to start to peel it on up for a little twist. If this is too much, you don't have to do it. You can just start to twist with the upper body, or maybe you're just staying here. Again, go where it feels good. Exhale down. We're going to switch legs, bending that left leg. The left hand stays down. Right arm's going to open up. Engaging that sit bone on the right side. Exhale down. Go ahead, rock it out side to side. And then inhale to half lift. Reaching with the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up again. High prayer. Engage those sit bones to stand up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, hands come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Moving with our breath. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees this time. Inhale, come all the way up. High prayer. Good. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Good. To come back down to the mat, same thing. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Feet go back. Go ahead, knees come down. And then go into a tabletop position. So same thing, you're going to want your wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, both feet hip width apart. From here, we're going to go into the cat-cow. So let your belly come down. The sit bones are going to come up. Same with the tailbone. Chest and chin come up. And now notice you're going to be stretching that sit bone area right by your hamstrings. Kind of try to engage them again if you're able to. Once they're engaged, you're going to see that you want to start bringing the sit bones down. Let that be the way to lead you into the cat. So engaging the sit bones, it's shortening the back area to the thighs or the hamstrings. Belly button into the chest. You can rock it side to side. And just do it a couple more times when you're ready, moving with your breath. Inhale to come up. Still engage those sit bones. So the awareness is in that area. Exhale down. Inhale to come up. Breathing in God. Exhale down. Good. When you're ready, we're going to start to cross at the ankles. come into a seated position. Again, it's just a nice way to transition on down to the mat. Once you're down, we're going to go ahead, just grabbing the right leg, left leg goes out straight. If you're not able to, again, you can bend it. And then from here, see what you can grab onto. If it's just the knee, stay here with the knee and open it up. If you're able to grab the big toe though, we're gonna do the lying big toe sequence. So grab the big toe. The main thing is you want your arm straight. You don't need to bend the arm here. The leg can be straight, or if your hamstrings are still tight, it can be bent. So go ahead, think about bringing the toe into the forehead. Again, bend the leg or keep it straight. You're gonna feel a nice stretch on the hamstrings. Staying for one more breath, pushing your left hand onto that thigh, that straight leg. And slowly you're gonna start to let it come out to the side. Notice if you start to let it come out to the side that your hips wanna come out. That's why it's good to ground down the hip with your left hand. See if it starts to move. If it is, just stay there. One more breath. With your next inhale, start to come back forward. This time I'm going to have your chest and your head kind of come up and bow down into the leg. Hold for one more breath. And then with your exhale, slowly start to bend the knee into the chest. You can still bring the head down, bowing into it. Rock it side to side. And slowly release the head to the mat. Inhale, we're going to switch legs. Exhale, sending that right one out. Again, it can stay bent or it can go out straight. Depending on how tight your hamstrings are, you might again just stay at the knee, holding onto the knee. Or maybe you can grab the foot or the big toe. Open up, try to straighten up as much as you can to feel a hamstring stretch right in the back of the leg. Bringing the leg closer to your chest. Your exhale, relaxing and soften through the face. Slowly start to bring the leg out to the left. The right hand still on the right thigh. One more breath here. And then slowly with the next inhale, bring the leg back to center. This time you're going to bow into the leg. And with your next exhale, let the knee slowly come back to the chest. And just let the forehead reaching for the knee. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Rock it side to side. And slowly start to release the back and head back to the mat. And with your next inhale, bringing both knees into the chest. You can keep the knees together or you can let them go wide. Again, whatever feels good for your practice today. It might change tomorrow. You can do happy baby if that feels good, holding on to the outside of the feet. This is another good hamstring stretch when you start to straighten out the legs. And then go ahead. We're going to land in Shavasana, letting the legs go out long. Big inhale, thinking of God. Exhaling, you surrendering yourself to the mat and to God. Just paying attention to your breath, letting it ebb and flow. No need to force anything. Just being here in this present moment. Please guide us, Lord, when we realize that we are going towards our hiding place. Let us start to have realization and awareness of what we are doing so we have that conscious choice. Once we have that choice, hopefully we are able to make the right one, the one that leads to you. Stay here as long as you'd like. Meditate, and pray, and hopefully journal afterwards. Namaste.